The night Liam knocked on her penthouse door, he wasn't thinking about anything except getting home to his son. He was tired, stressed, and one paycheck away from falling behind on rent again. But when the door opened, everything changed. Standing there was a billionaire he barely knew, Ariana Cole, dressed like she was ready to fight the world and win. Her eyes were sharp, her voice even sharper as she said, "Get in before I change my mind." Liam didn't know it yet, but the next few minutes would change both their lives forever. Before we begin this story, don't forget to subscribe to Kindness Diaries for more emotional and uplifting stories. If you enjoyed today's video, hit like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us spread kindness around the world. Liam Nolan was a single dad working 2 jobs, auto shop during the day, grocery store at night. And even though life was tough, he never complained. All he truly cared about was his 7-year-old son, Ethan. Ethan had asthma, doctor visits, and inhalers that weren't cheap. Liam did everything he could to keep food on the table and hope in his son's eyes. The only reason Liam had even met Ariana Cole was because she once brought her sports car into the shop. He didn't know who she was at first, just another stressed customer with an engine problem. She had seemed cold, demanding, impossible to please. But when Liam noticed she looked like she hadn't slept in days, he offered her a bottle of water and said, "Rough day." She didn't answer, but she didn't walk away either. Maybe that tiny act of kindness mattered more than he realized. Because now, weeks later, she had called him out of nowhere and asked him to come to her penthouse immediately. When Liam stepped inside, the view nearly knocked the breath out of him. The glass walls looked over half the city, lights twinkling like stars that had fallen to earth. The air smelled like expensive candles and something too clean to even describe. Ariana didn't waste a second. "I need your help," she said. "And I will pay you very, very well." Liam felt his stomach twist. Usually when people said things like that, trouble followed. What kind of help, he asked. Ariana crossed her arms, almost embarrassed. "I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend. This week. Just for a few days." Liam blinked. "You want me?" She nodded. "My parents are visiting. They're worried I work too hard, that I'm alone, that I don't trust people. They won't stop lecturing me. I need to show them I'm normal. Capable of connection." "And you thought of me?" he asked, confused. "You were kind," she said quietly. "You looked at me like a human being, not a billionaire. That matters." Liam wanted to laugh, but he could see she was serious. Her hands were shaking, just slightly, but enough to tell him this wasn't a joke. Still, something felt wrong. Pretending to be someone he wasn't, lying to her parents, it didn't sit right. "I can pay you $5,000, she said. Liam froze. $5,000 was 2 months of rent. Medicine for Ethan, groceries. A chance to breathe, but his heart whispered something else. "There's just one condition," Liam said slowly. Ariana tensed. "Name it." "You donate the same amount to a local children's clinic. No press, no announcement. Just quiet kindness. No one needs to know but you." Ariana looked stunned. She had expected him to ask for more money, or a car, or something selfish. "Not this." "Why?" she whispered. "Because someone helped my son once," Liam said. "A stranger. No cameras. No rewards. That kindness saved us. I want someone else to feel that." Ariana's eyes softened. It was the first time Liam had seen her barrier crack. "Deal," she said. The next morning, the act began. Liam wore the best clothes he had, clean jeans, a button-down shirt, and shoes he had polished 3 times. Ariana transformed from the confident billionaire the world knew to something gentler, someone almost nervous, almost human. Her parents arrived with hugs and excitement. Liam was surprised. They weren't the stiff, uptight elites he imagined. They were warm. Curious. Her mother hugged him before Ariana even introduced him, saying, "Thank you for making our daughter so happy." Ariana's cheeks turned red. Over the next 3 days, Liam saw a side of Ariana no one else got to see. She smiled more. She laughed at his jokes. She listened when he talked about Ethan. She even asked if she could meet his son someday, but the biggest surprise was how she looked at Liam, not like he was doing her a favor but like she was discovering something she didn't know she needed. On the 3rd day, after her parents left for the airport, Ariana stood beside Liam on her balcony. The sun was setting, painting the sky with orange and gold. "You didn't have to be this believable," she said softly. "I wasn't pretending," Liam admitted before he could stop himself. "I was just being me." Ariana's breath caught, and for a moment the world felt Dangerously still, but Liam remembered reality. His rent. His son. His 2 jobs. She was a billionaire with a penthouse high above the city. He lived in a small apartment with peeling paint and neighbors who argued too loudly. This was temporary, Liam said gently. We both knew that. Ariana nodded, but her eyes told a different story. Before he left, she handed him a check for $5,000. He hesitated, but she insisted. And the donation, he asked. Ariana smiled, a real, warm smile. Already done. $20,000. In your son's name. Liam felt his throat tighten. He didn't know what to say. He simply whispered, "Thank you." A week passed. Liam expected the whole experience to fade like a strange dream. But one day, when he opened his apartment door after work, Ariana was standing there holding a grocery bag and wearing the same red top from the night he first saw her. "I didn't come to ask for help," she said. "I came because I miss you." Liam was speechless. "I realized something," she continued. "You weren't pretending. And neither was I." For a long moment, they just looked at each other, 2 people from different worlds, connected by a single act of kindness that changed everything. Then Liam stepped aside and said quietly, "Come in before I change my mind." Ariana laughed and walked inside, closing the gap between their lives one small step at a time. In the end, it wasn't money, or favors, or pretending that brought them together. It was kindness, simple, quiet, and real. The kind that doesn't expect anything in return. The kind that touches hearts, transforms lives, and reminds us that no matter how different we seem, compassion is the bridge that connects us. And that's the message we want to leave you with today. Kindness is powerful. It can open doors, heal wounds, and create bonds that nothing else can. You never know whose life you might change with a small act of care. If this story touched your heart, remember to share kindness wherever you go. The world needs it more than ever.